Permeate is an opportunity for an individual to gain skills and knowledge through placement in an organization, but also to bring in their knowledge and contribute to the organizational change.
Permeate worked specifically in the visual arts sector, and it came out of a report called Turning Point, which was a 10-year strategy which said that there was a need for the visual arts workforce to diversify. And what Permeate aimed to do was respond to that.
What came very early in the project was the idea of it being completely bespoke and completely based on discussion and conversation and, really developing something from the ground up.
It's great to take someone who perhaps doesn't come with all that academic baggage, but comes with a real interest and a real passion for the arts. And that's, in a sense, their passport into the organisation. And that teaches you an awful lot about your own organisation and perhaps how very insular you are in terms of the kind of people you recruit.
We worked with 3 Permeate fellows, Charlie Stevens, who worked in the office, and Paul Colley, who worked mainly in the studio space, and Ben Mattingly, who's works in the studio as a technician as well.
I helped out upstairs on the computers. I did the internet. I went out places, connecting people with project artworks. What do I see for the future is on them? I sell them more work, show them more work, exhibiting more work, and maybe getting an exhibition of my own. I'd like to work with other organisations, and also I'd like to do some more here with Alison upstairs.
So I'm going to introduce you to Paul Colley, and he's one of our Permeate fellows, aren't you? And you've worked with us every week at Project Artworks for the last year. We thought we would create posts that were quite integral to the everyday work of the organisation. So we run art projects with artists and people with complex needs. So we thought we'd create a post that was around the management of the studio space with the materials and how to manage the space itself. And then obviously we're a very busy office environment upstairs from our studio. So we wanted somebody that could work within the sort of administrative side of the organisation. So we thought we'd go for a wide spread of roles that kind of covered everything we do.
I work front of house reception, so speak to volunteers, make bookings, answer the phones, etc.
For me, this was my first proper job. Like, before this, I hadn't worked in an office or an organization like Lighthouse previously, so it was overall an amazing learning experience.
It was about changing hearts and minds. It wasn't just a numbers game. So it wasn't about the number of people taking part in the project or number of organisations taking part in the project. I feel that the main challenges faced by Permeate was actually supporting the visual arts sector in the southeast to really look at its recruitment practices and see how it could make the recruitment practices more accessible to a broader range of people.
On the one hand, the bespoke nature of the project is incredibly crucial to its success. But also that makes it very difficult to manage, because essentially you've got 8 or 9 different organisations, all at different stages of the process, all doing different things, and you've got the advisory board and any kind of other people that are tangentially involved, and trying to manage that is actually a bit like trying to wrestle an octopus. You know, they're just things keep escaping.
We are, as the Lightbox, we're taking Permeate on at a particularly challenging time, with the whole sort of funding structure changing, and of course the Arts Council now taking on museums. But I think although that's a challenge, it's also a fantastic opportunity.
I think the sense of, collective and sort of ownership from the fellows is sort of most powerful testament of success of a project, where people own it and sort of have a sense of responsibility and value for it.
Really, the legacy of Permeate is that the organisations who have taken part and the individuals and all the partners that sit within become the advocates and the champions of what Permeate is really about, and that's deep democracy, continuous dialogue, and addressing power dynamics and doing things therefore differently.
The fact that you do get some financial support to fund a post that's really crucial, because I think lots of organisations want to widen audiences, they want to bring new people in, but financially they're just not able to do it.
I think the premise of it is that we need to change in the arts sector, and we need to capture talent, and I think projects like Permeate are a really good example of how you might do that.
Very good. Brilliant, amazing.
It's been fabulous.
Today's been great. I really loved all the resilience talks. That was probably the highlight, and the food.
Yeah, it's been a good day. I've seen everyone before, and my boss is down as well, so it was nice having her here for support.
Today has been absolutely incredible, and hopefully everybody will take something from it.
When a project has a purpose to it, it will gain momentum, providing it's directed and given the sort of support financially as well. And I think should it get itself right, that it can actually be working on a national level.
It has the potential to really change the way things have been done in the past, to create a sort of lasting representation where diverse perspectives sit absolutely at the heart of organisational development and success.
In the future, really the sky's the limit. And, we've planted this tiny seed, and there's absolutely no reason that it shouldn't grow into just the most extraordinary thing.
I think it's been a really brilliant process for us. It's something very challenging and new for us to get involved in, something we want to keep doing. And I'd really advise people to get involved and take the risk to do something like this, because there's a big payoff.